This is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio. Welcome in, Scorpios. We are going to take a look a little bit into your past energies, current energies, and what you may have coming up. Stick around until the end. You don't want to miss any of it. I'm going to start with a few oracle cards. Timestamps are below. Jump ahead if you're not into oracle cards. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio. It may not resonate for all of you. That is okay. Okay, I'm going to start with a few oracles. Messages for Scorpio. And I always stick with general. I feel that the message that you need to hear right now is the one that's going to come out. Okay? These are also timeless. If you find this weeks or a month from now and that message really hits home for you, then I feel like, you were meant to see it and it will make perfect sense for you. Okay, messages for Scorpio. First oracle card, Thicket of Thorns, Uncertainty. So some of you, maybe recently, you've been uncertain about different aspects of your life. Could be career, could be family life, could be relationship stuff. We'll get more when I get into the tarot. It's kind of a feeling of, uncertainty. It's walking into the unknown, not knowing what's going to happen, and that can bring about a lot of fear and anxiety, okay? Then we have Trust, Crystal Cave. So when you feel uncertain, it's hard to trust, right? It can be hard to trust yourself. It's hard to trust other people. You're kind of like, I don't know what's going on. I have no clue. What's happening? I don't understand what's happening here, So it does bring on some difficulties as far as trusting what's going to happen in your life. Makes perfect sense. Then we have Aspen Spirit, Courage. This one, I don't think I've ever gotten this card that's come out in this Sacred Forest Oracle deck. So number 3. There could be a lot of changes coming up, or maybe some of you have already gone through some changes. This is giving me some Tower vibes. If you're familiar with tarot and know what the Tower card means, then you'll know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, a lot of changes coming up. Courage. All 3 of these fit for me, okay? You've got uncertain times, you've got trust, you've got courage. So if you're going through some uncertain times, it does say that you very well might need some courage just to get through this period of time in your life. All right. Okay, Scorpio, let's go on to the tarot. Judgment just flipped. I'm not keeping it. We'll make a mental note. All right. Spirit messages for Scorpio, please. What do Scorpios need to know the most right now? Emperor in reverse. That Emperor is some Aries energy. So in the past, there could have been a situation where you felt somebody was maybe a bit too controlling, wanted to take the lead a bit much. Could be in relation to an older person to you or a father figure. Doesn't necessarily have to mean those two things or one or the other. We'll see what else we get. Fool in reverse. There's that uncertainty. Now, this is kind of strange, Scorpio, because both of these cards are Aries energy, the Emperor and the Fool. Okay, take those both as Aries energy. The Fool in reverse is that uncertain energy. Okay, that is uncertainty. It's a lack of faith. Okay, the Fool in the upright is about having the faith to dive into something or take a leap of faith. Okay, this is kind of, some of you right now, your faith is wavering in some way. Okay, when it comes to what's going on in your life, or maybe which direction you're going. So that makes perfect sense as well. There could be somebody in your life causing that feeling of uncertainty. So it could be in relation to a specific person or a specific situation. What else do we get for Scorpio? Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. That cups, that's emotional energy. Okay. This is about your emotions. This Ten of Cups is also referencing perhaps family life, immediate family. Okay. Whether it's your immediate family, parents, siblings, relatives, that kind of thing, or your family, spouse, kids, significant other. Take it how it applies for you. So some of you may be feeling uncertain in a family dynamic type of situation, or someone in your family is kind of bringing on these feelings of uncertainty, maybe lack of trust. Okay, could be a difficult time where you do feel you're trying to get up that courage. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So for a few of you, I get there's been a back and forth energy in regards to this situation. Trying to figure out what to do. That is uncertain energy as well. But I feel like that's changing. Okay. Let me get another one. Okay. And then Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So that's putting in some work, some time, some effort. Pentacles can be monetary, material things. It can also be just about putting in the work. So this can even be about you saying to yourself, I am going to make a decision one way or another. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to put in the effort, whatever I have to do to fix this situation for me. Okay. What else do we get for Scorpio, please? Tell me more about that Emperor. Messages for Scorpio. Ace of Swords. Now that is about communication, new communication. If this does relate to another person who may be a bit controlling, over controlling, they may have something to tell you. Okay, there may be something that they feel like they want to tell you. Interestingly enough, this Ace of Swords is a similar energy from this Trust card. This is like the Truth sword, okay? It is communication. It's cutting through the BS to get to the truth. If someone's not telling you the truth, you're not going to trust them, okay? Or if you find out they haven't been telling you the truth, then how are you going to trust them after that? What else do we have? Okay, there's that uncertain energy again. Two of Swords. So in relation to, it's a lack of faith. It's that uncertain energy. And it's trying to decide what to do about it. Okay? Like which path do I take? Which way do I go in this situation? I'm not sure, because now we have Two of Swords in reverse. There could be things you would like to say to a person or more than one person. Again, I feel the energy is changing. Okay? Something about this is changing. Tell me more about the Ten of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups. This is an energy of not wanting to regret, okay? Maybe there's something about this current situation, okay? These feelings that you have in this perhaps family dynamic where it's like a fear of regret, or a fear of saying something you might regret later. You don't want to feel remorseful. There's something here. This is in the middle of your spread, and it's all in your emotions, okay? There could even be, I feel like for some of you this already happened. For others of you, I feel like you're in this, it's coming soon. Okay, I'm going to say that. Let's see what else we get. Empress in reverse. That's Taurus energy. Again, this could be an older energy with this Empress. So now we have the Emperor and the Empress, okay? Could be some parental type situation, whether you're related or not, okay? Or people above you in age, where, I don't know, so this is for maybe a small portion of you. I don't know if this person or people are kind of making you feel less than. Empress energy is very grounded and nurturing, protecting, very motherly. Empress energy is it's manifesting, okay? It's bringing about things into the world, into your life. This is this energy is making you doubt yourself for some reason, okay? They're saying something to you or doing something where you end up doubting yourself and what you're doing with your life. And it's really, it's not a good feeling. All right, Scorpio, and you know that. If you're going through that, you know that. I don't have to tell you that. Now we have Virgo energy with the Hermit, with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are doing some work, putting in effort silently, where you're doing it on your own. This is that, a bit of that courageous energy I was speaking about before. The Hermit it's using your own inner light, okay? So he's got the lantern here. Finding your own way. So finding your own way through this uncertain path, this uncertain time, to get to this place where you can trust yourself. Because I feel like there's a person or people who are kind of lending a hand into how you feel about yourself. They're affecting how you feel, okay? I've got my other deck now. I've got the Light Seers. Let me get some more clarifiers. Tell me more about the Emperor and the Ace of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's someone here, this Emperor energy in reverse. It's not a nurturing energy at all. Okay, and then we have the Star. So in the past, it may have been, this energy of supporting you, helping you with your dreams, your hopes, with the Star energy. But it feels like at some point in time that may have changed, or maybe they weren't being truthful about how they really felt. What about the Fool with the Two of Swords? Four of Cups in reverse. There's that uncertain energy again. I'm going to flip this upright so you can see that. So for some of you Scorpios, I feel like that's what you look like. No offense, Scorpio. I call it the whatever card. This deck brings this energy to me of, it's like a meh kind of energy. It's an energy of not seeing what's in front of you because your vision is being clouded. Like it's a foggy type of energy. Okay, it's a foggy type of feeling. Let's get another one Four of Pentacles in reverse. There's just this feeling of wanting to get rid of this, wanting to let it go. Okay. Two fours here back to back, both in the reverse. So as I said, things are changing. The energy is shifting in your favor, to the point of where you are starting to get up that courage somehow to do what you need to do to get out of this kind of icky, it feels like icky energy. Okay, that's the word that's coming to my mind. So I'm going to go with the word icky. Then Five of Wands, right over this Ten of Cups, Five of Cups. Yeah, some of you don't say anything or don't voice your opinions out of fear of creating conflict with, especially if it's in a family dynamic, whether it's your own, immediate family, in-laws family, whatever the case may be. You don't want to rock the boat. That Five of Cups, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Kind of, I don't want to do what's been done to me type of thing. Again, Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Two different decks. If you've watched any of my readings before, you know that that's a red flag from my spirit guides. That's bringing that to my attention. There's been it's kind of like, it's almost like a wishy-washy, like I really want to do this and get away from this, but I don't know. It's a back and forth, like juggling, okay, like you see here, of indecision, kind of like a thought will pop up of how to get out of it, and then another thought will pop up that's completely different, like, I don't know, that'll step on toes, and I can't do that. And there's a lot tied into this decision for you. And I feel like that's what's happening. Let's see what we get. What about this Empress in reverse with that? The world. So things are changing, okay? This is ending of cycles. The beginning of new cycles. Page of Wands in reverse. You notice how many cards you've gotten in reverse here, Scorpio? You have the thoughts are there, but it's like, because you are afraid or have some fear about this kind of leap of faith, with this Fool energy, because there's that uncertainty, the thoughts are in your head, you feel the feelings, but there's no actions kind of being taken, okay? So we need to get you out of this energy. Now, for some of you, like I said, the energy is shifting, all right? I feel like a lot of you are coming out of this time in your life. So something is shifting. Empress in reverse again. Second one, two different decks. Here's another flag from my guides, letting me know that this is very important as far as you're concerned, and to talk more about this, okay? That's what happens. That's why this happens. Same card, two different decks, Empress in reverse. There's person, it feels like more than one person to me, okay? I'm gonna throw that out there. It feels like more than one person. Making you feel kind of like you're not capable of doing what you're doing, or making you feel like what you're doing with your life is not important. Some of you, this could be about children, because this is the Empress card, which relates heavily to children, okay? This could be about your children, because we've got this Ten of Cups in reverse, which is that family dynamic. There could be people who are kind of they're not acknowledging you for what you do. It's like they don't feel what you do is important, okay, when it is. So the energy is shifting now, and you're gonna it's gonna be this point where, like, you know what you're doing is important, and you've got to get past the fear of maybe speaking up or just telling it like it is, because especially if it relates to any family type of situation in any way, it's difficult because you don't want to step on toes, you know, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, but at the same time you want your voice to be heard. You know, you want to stand up and be the empress, okay? Let me get another one on that. Tell me more. What else does Scorpio need to know about this? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I said that the energy is shifting. Okay, Scorpio. Three of Swords in reverse. This situation, if this is resonating for you, this situation has really caused you some pain. Okay, you can see her down there. You can see the heartbreak, the strings, the arrows coming out, okay? Miscommunications, perhaps arguments about this. But essentially, this comes down to you and what you're doing with your life. So as long as you know what you're doing is important to you, as long as you know that you're on the right path for you, it doesn't matter, okay? Everything else is BS. Although the logistics of, you know, letting people know that it's difficult because there are other people involved. So there's really like no way around it. But I feel the energy is shifting for you. So in the future here, and I feel like it's happening at a good pace, even though you may not feel that way now. It's there. It's shifting. Things are shifting. Perspectives will shift on your part and other people's end as well. So hang in there, Scorpio. Things always change. Nothing stays the same, okay? So just keep at it. You can do this. If any of this resonates for you, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching the Scorpio reading. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.